Alright, this weekend's project was to build a silent air compressor because I didn't want to spend $1,000 on a store-bought one. So I took apart my old noisy roofer's compressor, spent $80 on a brand new refrigerator, Frigidaire refrigerator compressor, and salvaged all the other parts for the most part off of the old compressor. Power switch, regulator, some of the hoses, most of the wiring, and then another $15 on a 3-in-1 safety relay to wire to the compressor. The original switch, original frame, original tank, a couple of added hoses. Went with the clear hose here, hope that holds. The reason for that is these refrigerator compressors run on a mineral oil like lubricant, which is not what I'm really looking for in a compressor I'm planning on using to airbrush. So I use the clear line so I can monitor how much oil is coming out of it. And then I put an inline moisture trap filter up here where I can drain it should it ever get that high, and also to try and prevent it from getting into my air system. Looks like crap, but should do the trick. Plan is to run it indoors on my workbench where I build my model airplanes and stuff, and not have to wake up the whole house if I want to do it at 2 in the morning. So just as a demo, I'll turn it on and see how quiet it is. Do another leak check. And that's it. You barely even hear it. Had one leak on the regulator valve. I was using a different regulator. I like this one better, but the housing, which I can't find now, was cracked. I didn't know it, so going with this one, which was originally off of the compressor here, the frame and everything that I was using off the old compressor. I don't like it because it's so big. I may end up doing something different. The plan is, once this is leak checked again, is gonna mount that right about there. So I got my supply line there, my regulated pressure right on top where I can see it. In fact, let's check it now. It looks like it's definitely working here. We're getting some pressure. And there's the regulated pressure. And for what I'm doing, we're talking 10-15 psi. That's really all I use, so right in there somewhere. Tank pressure. It's building. It's slow. Nowhere near as fast as it was, but for the light amount of pressure that I need to airbrush, this will be more than enough. Kept the safety relay, pressure relay off the original compressor. It's set to pop at 120. So at 120 psi it should shut off and cycle itself on and off as needed, which is what we're checking right now. As long as I don't have a leak, that should do it. Like I said, not pretty, but sure is quiet. And just to prove that it works, I'm going to plug my air hose in off my garage compressor here. And something to plug in here. Plug in my air hose. Go on there. There we go. Alrighty. Oh, guess it would help if I gave it some pressure. Turn that regulator way up so we can hear it. There you go. And that's at, I don't know, 70 psi. So it does work. Like I said, I don't need that kind of pressure, but it'll do it if I need it to. Heck, the relief valve makes more noise than the compressor does. So, there it is. More at the pressure I'll be using it, which is almost nothing, but as long as I don't get any oil coming out of the end, I think we're good to go. Gonna let it run for a little bit here, see if it explodes or not. No explosions, no leaks, we're gonna call it done. So that's it. Instead of spending 6, 7, 800 bucks or more on a silent air compressor. Build it yourself for almost nothing. A lot of guys do it just using old junkyard refrigerators, stealing the compressors off of them for nothing. Using an old compressor setup like mine. Just spending a little time and ingenuity. There you go. Screw spending $1,000 bucks on one. That's all there is to it.